All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, businesscreditbuilder.us. My name is Noel A. Booker, and today you are tuned in to how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social security number. Okay? In this training, I will explain how that's the wrong one. During this webinar, you'll discover how to build business credit that's linked to your EIN number and not your social security number that requires no personal guarantee or credit check, and how to get business funding and credit lines even if you have personal credit issues, no collateral, or just starting your business. Okay? Feel free to take notes. You'll have an opportunity to ask questions while we go through this, and I'll be going pretty fast. So try to keep up, take notes, and all that stuff. I'm going to share my screen, and you can follow along. Okay. Get that going. Okay. Now we got somebody said something in the chat. Good day to all, Miss Green. How you doing? She was just in my previous webinar. Okay, so let me see. We're over here. Let's get this right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social security number and easily get business loans and credit lines. Okay? Um yeah, let me start by going over the 3 C's of funding, right? The 3 C's of funding are credit, collateral, and cash flow. So if you go to a bank and try to get money for your business, they will definitely be looking at the 3 C's. Now, if you have all 3 of these C's, then you could possibly qualify for an SBA loan, which is the best place to get money for your business. If you have 2 of the 3 C's, then you could possibly qualify for a term loan. If you have 1 of the 3 C's, depending on which one of the 3 C's that you do have, there is money available for you right now. If you have none of the 3 C's, then that's when you start building business credit. And as you build business credit, you get access to more and more money. Okay? So make sure y'all take notes because we're going to get this thing going. Here's my contact information. My name is Noel A. Booker. The website is businesscreditbuilder.us. The phone number is listed, email address, and check it out. I got 3 buttons down there. The first button is how you can get a free business credit consultation. That's when you want to talk to me about the services that we provide. We do bookkeeping and accounting services for small businesses. We do websites, and now we talk about business credit. So to schedule your consultation, just go to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Make sure you get a free guide on how to build business credit by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide, right? And if you think you qualify for funding now, go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding. Okay, let's go over a quick background of who I am, right? So I was born in New York. I went to Morehouse College, studied accounting. I had a few accounting jobs, right? But I've been more entrepreneurial, and I started my own business called MediaNet USA, and that's what we do the accounting and bookkeeping, and we do the websites. right? And now we speak about business credit, okay? What we will cover today: how you can get business credit within 7 days or less. That's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you're a startup or have bad personal credit now. Then immediately start using it to get credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. How you can access loans even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. Okay? Um, Most people fail trying to get money and grow their business. Most people try to get money from the bank when they need money. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many people apply for credit in the wrong order. Okay? So, like, building business credit is a step by step process. Each step is needed for the next step. So, there's no skipping steps. All right? You can't skip the school line, right? The school lunch line, right? Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths. And those strengths are the 3 C's I told you about. Okay. So let's see if this is the place for you. This seminar is for you if you are looking for money to start or grow a business, or you want to build credit that's not linked to your social security number. Okay. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile separate from your personal credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. Okay? The business could qualify for a revolving store credit like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Okay, why business credit is awesome? Well, business credit has no effect on your personal credit. Okay? No personal guarantee is needed to build business credit. Business credit building is fast compared to personal credit, right? So personal credit, there's 5 factors that affect your personal credit. But with business credit, there's one factor that affects your business credit, and that's how you pay your bills. I see y'all coming in here. What's up? How y'all doing? Come in, sit down, take notes, all that stuff, right? All right. With business credit, you can offset current expenses. With business credit, you can increase your chances of approval and the amounts that you will get with better rates and terms if you have business credit, which is saying to a creditor, this business can pay bills on time. That's what you want to show them. You want to show them this business pays bills on time, right? There's no collateral, cash flow, or good credit needed to build business credit. And with business credit, you have access to loans and credit lines. Okay? Now, every successful business in America has business credit. So if you do this right and you are an existing business, you should have business credit already built into the operation of your business. It should be automatic. Okay? And I'm going to show you that. It should be automatic that you have business credit if you are operating your business. All right? Now, what you are looking at now is what anybody can see for free. You will go to the Experian website, and there's a place to put in your business name and address, right? And this is what you can come up with. This is for Facebook Incorporated. They're from Menlo Park, California. Now, the piece that I want to bring to your attention is the trade lines. You see that? They got 40 trade lines. Well, let's go over what a trade line is before we start, because the trade line is the basis for building business credit, right? That's the basis, okay? Okay, so this is what a trade line is. So I want to make sure that we all on the same page from the beginning, okay? Because this is the basis, right? Okay, so this is what a trade line is. You go to a company, they give you an account on a credit account where you can buy something on credit, right? So you go buy something on credit, then they give you an invoice, tells you when to pay and all that stuff, right? So you pay this bill. Now, this is what happens when you pay the bill. This company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies. And this report says ABC company, they have an account with us. Their limit is X amount of dollars, right? They made a purchase and they paid it off in X amount of days, right? So they send this report to the business credit reporting agencies. And the business credit reporting agencies put this information on your credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on what a trade line is? Now, you can make more purchases at this company, and they call those experiences. And more experiences are good, right? So you have one trade line, you have multiple experiences for this trade line. Does anybody have any questions on what a trade line is? Miss Ellis, go ahead.
Hi, I have a quick question. So you saying that the company we're looking at is Facebook and they have 40 trade lines?
That's correct.
Okay. And so what were you saying about one trade line?
Okay, the one trade line is that one account. We went and got an
Okay,
account, right? With
gotcha.
whatever business, whatever vendor it is. It could be Home Depot. We get an account, a credit account at Home Depot. That's one trade line.
So how does so Home Depot is considered a trade line versus like I guess a
Well,
commercial.
well, it depends on whether or not this account that you get, if this business, and not all businesses report to the business credit reporting agencies, if this business reports your payments to the business credit reporting agencies, that would be considered one trade line.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Right? Okay. So cool. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide is Microsoft. Microsoft got 131 trade lines. You see that? Now, look at this slide. This is Walmart. Walmart is like the king of business credit, all right? And this is how business is done, okay? So what Walmart would do, Walmart would go to Bounty and say, "Yo, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper," right? So the owner of Walmart, he ain't going in his pocket to pay for this. He ain't calling the accounting department and say, "Cut a check." Nope. The toilet paper will show up at the store. They put the toilet paper on the shelf. We will go in there and buy the toilet paper. They will take our money and pay the bill. You already know this. This ain't nothing y'all don't already know. They'll take our money and pay the bill. Then Bounty and say, "Yo, you did that good. You paid that on time. Here's 5 truckloads." Now, keep flipping that, right? So it's the same deal, right? It's the same deal. You already know about that, right? Boom. That's how business is done at the big corporate level and at the small business level. Even at the corner store. My dad owned a corner store, right? When I was growing up. Anyway, even at the corner store, when they buy the bread delivery will come. They're not paying for that bread right then. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. This is how business is done with business credit, business to business, right? Okay. How we can help. Our fundability system. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software, powered by artificial intelligence, helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. So we're like a brokerage firm, basically. We already have the lenders, right? Most of my clients that come to me, they can't qualify yet. So we help you get qualified because we have relationships with the lenders and we know the underwriting guidelines. See, if you do this on your own and call up a company and be like, yo, um, what does it take for me to qualify? They're not going to tell you. They're going to tell you, fill out this application and I'm going to tell you if you qualify. Okay. So that's how we help out too. We save you time, right? Okay. So, well, how do you build business credit? Let's get started. Y'all ready to get started? Let's do it. If you're ready to get started, put business credit in the chat room if you're ready to get started. Okay. Now, remember what I said. Each step, building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. Yeah, I can see y'all are with me. Yeah, that's what I like. The interaction. I like the interaction. That gets me going and shit. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, so each step is needed for the next step, right? So there's no skipping steps here, right? Okay, now, fundability. I also call this step credibility. And this is basically how you set up your business. It's the easy stuff, the ABCs, I call it. The ABCs, it's that beginning stuff of setting up your business credible in the eyes of the lender. This is the most important step of everything. Okay? It's all the simple stuff that you already know about. Some most people don't know every little detail. That's why I like to go over this because you need to know every single detail because one little slip up can mess you up. Okay, so as a business owner, you may be beginning to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? The ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make that determination? How does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are a high risk? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt back? Lenders are in it for the money. You know that. So you have to appear to be a credible business. You don't actually have to be a credible business. You just have to appear to be a credible business, okay? All right. How does a business get fundability? To start, you have to make sure your business is set up properly. A great, a great business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. A potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable. Many loan applications are denied approval due to the fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up and threw up a red flag. Maybe the addresses or phone numbers didn't match up on a couple of the reports, and it just looks unprofessional. If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, you can shut down any such red flags before they cause you problems. See, that's why credibility is so important. That easy stuff, right? Because if you get this stuff wrong, they can deny you and don't have to tell you why. Okay? All right. Okay, so this is the foundation. The foundation of fundability is how your business is set up. It has to be set up to appear to be a fundable entity separate from the owner. Okay? So these are the steps these are the things that you need. Business name, business address, business phone number, EIN number, DUNS number, website, business email. Okay? Now, let me go over each one of these real quick. Business name, right? You know how to get the business name. The business name you get from the Secretary of State. In Georgia, it costs $100. Every state is different, right? Uh, when you set up your business name, they're going to ask you to select an entity. What you need to know is that if you select a proprietorship or a partnership, then you are personally liable for anything that happens with this business. So you need to select a LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, or a corporation. Okay? That's the piece you need to know. Business address. There are three options for selecting your business address. There are only three options. No options after the three I'm getting ready to run down. All right, you ready? Here we go. One, a brick and mortar. That's a storefront. Not everybody can do that, right? But you definitely have to have a place that you can accept packages. Okay? The second option is to have a virtual office company. Now, a lot of my clients get the virtual office address because they don't want the world to know where they live and where their kids are at and stuff like this. That's your private personal residence. So they get a virtual office address as their business address, and that works fine. Now, the third and the last option is to use your home address. Yet, home-based businesses or seem not to be credible in the eyes of lenders. But they do this on a case by case basis, right? Let's say you're a hairstylist, right? And you're doing hair from the house. Well, that's normal. They might be able to pay that bill doing hair from the house, right? But on the other hand, let's say you're a trucking company and you can't keep all those trucks at the house. So they're really just trying to see if this makes sense. You see what I'm saying? If this makes sense. And one thing to note is that on your Dun& and Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So when they're determining whether or not to approve you or not, they're looking at the front door of your business and trying to see, does this make sense? You see what I'm saying? They're trying to catch you, right? They're trying to lower their risk, right? Well, does this make sense that they're doing business at this location? Okay. So you definitely need a place where you can accept packages, right? And you will be denied if you don't meet this criteria. And on top of that, if they deny you for business, they don't have to tell you why, right? With personal credit, they got to tell you why they denied you. But with business credit, they don't have to tell you why. See, so they could deny you for one of these little reasons and not tell you why, and you never know why you got denied and keep doing the same thing. See, they bring up a red flag, and you never know why that red flag was there, and you just keep doing the same thing. You see, that's why you have to have this stuff done correctly from the beginning, so that if they do deny you, you know it ain't this simple stuff, right? Okay, so that's key. Phone number, right? You definitely, most definitely need a local number that's listed with the National 411 directory. A lot of people don't know that piece, right? So you definitely need that local number listed with the National 411, right? It cannot be a cell phone number as your main business telephone number. It cannot be a home line. It cannot be a home based phone line as your main business number. Why? Because on the application, on that phone number, they're doing something with everything on that application. On the phone number line, they're looking up a database of all cell phones and home-based lines. If you come up on that list, they could deny you. They don't have to tell you why they denied you. Okay? So, business phone. I'm gonna tell you more about that business phone in a minute. You definitely need an EIN number. Y'all already know that. There's two things you need to know about the EIN number. One, you can't build business credit without an EIN number. Two, the EIN number is free. Okay? If you got questions about an EIN number, just hit me. I'll let you know. But that's the two things you need to know about an EIN number. You already know that. All right. You need a DUNS number from Dun and Bradstreet. The DUNS number is an identifying number that identifies your business directly related to your address for Dun and Bradstreet, which is a reporting agency, right? A business credit reporting agency, right? You need a website, and the website needs to look professional, like you're doing something, right? It don't have to be all dramatic. It just it has to look like you're actually doing something, right? And when they get to you, they're gonna search website. They're gonna search Google and put your business name in. You can expect that, okay? You can expect that they're gonna go to Google and put your business name in there. When they do that, hopefully they're gonna find your website. And when they get to your website, they're gonna skip over that nice, pretty homepage, and they're gonna go straight to the contact page, and they're going to double check the business name, the address, and the telephone number and make sure it's what you already put on that application. So that's when they're trying to catch you slipping. They want to see consistent information every place they look. If they find a different address, a different telephone number, any place, they can deny you. They don't have to tell you why. And a business email, right? So when you get your website, you need a business email address with the same URL as your business website. Do not use a free email service. They don't want to see you doing business from a free email service because that could be anybody. They want to know that they're talking with a representative of this company. So your email should be your name at yourbusinessname.com, whatever it is, right? This is all simple stuff right here, right? This is the ABCs. This is easy stuff. But like I said, this is the most important stuff because if you mess up here and get a red flag, they don't have to tell you why they declined you. All right. That's why it's so important. Okay. Contact information. So your business phone number, your fax number, toll free number. Okay. So I told you that the local number is needed, right? So having a fax number and a toll free number is not so needed like the local number is definitely needed. But when they check your local number and they see that it's listed with the National 411 directory, and then they say collect, they say check, they got that. Now they see that you got a fax number. Now they see you got a toll free number. Now you're looking more credible. All right. I see you, Miss Willer. 1 second. And the business address. Miss Willer, what's your question? Go ahead.
How do you get a 411 phone number?
You could go to, I'm gonna tell you more, but basically you could go to listyourself.net and you can register your telephone number with the National 411 directory. Okay? But I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you the hookup though. I'm gonna tell you the hookup though. Okay?
All right.
All right, hold on 1 sec. Okay, now this is my go-to for getting your business telephone number. These three companies will definitely hook you up: Freedom Voice, Ring Central, and Vonage. But my go-to is Freedom Voice because they'll give you a local number for $9.95 a month, and they will list it for $3 a month, right? And they'll give you a 800 number and a fax number for under $20 a month. Ring Central and Vonage, they're gonna start you at 25 a month. All right. So Freedom Voice, they're gonna hook you up for under $20 a month with everything. Okay. Freedom Voice. You can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors and you can see the telephone number for Freedom Voice to get that going. Okay. All right. Let me see. Miss Ellis had a question. Can we use admin at companyname.com? Yes, you can use admin. That's correct, right? They want to know that they are dealing with somebody from that company, right? So yeah, you can use admin. Bet. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I have one more question for you.
Go
So,
ahead, Miss Ellis.
Oh my. So what about like Google Voice? I know Google Voice has a premium platform as well. Is that allowed or no?
Okay, this is the deal with Google Voice. Google Voice does not list your telephone number consistently. Sometimes it'll list, but sometimes it doesn't. So my clients that already have a number with Google, then I'll check to see if it's listed. And you can check to see if your number is listed by using your main business number, right? The phone that you used, right? And depending on the area code that you are in, like my area code is 404. So I would call 404 555 1212, and then it'll let me know if you got a call from that number, and that will let you know if it's listed because it'll say the business name and the address. Okay, so when you list it, it includes the address. So when you list it with the National 411, it's directly related to the address as well. Okay. Okay. Cool. Can you go back to the previous slide? Which previous slide? This one, Freedom Voice, the phone number stuff. So you would go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you can get that Freedom Voice information. Okay, is that what you needed right there, Miss Ellis?
Yes, thank you so much. Those just three options you have listed.
All
So I just
right,
want to be
cool.
sure. Thank
Freedom
you.
Voice, Ring Central, and Vonage. All right. Now, virtual office, right? We talked about virtual office. That was the second option, right? So this is the company I use, Da Vinci Virtual Office Solutions. The reason why I use them is because they give you a unique address. See, in this industry, there's thousands of businesses out there that will give you a virtual office address, right? But some of them will give you the same address as they already gave hundreds of other businesses. So you need whatever virtual office company you need one that's going to give you a unique address that no other business has. So what Da Vinci does is they send out a form and send it to the post office. It takes about 2 or 3 days for them to generate you a new unique address. Okay? You can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and there's a telephone number to call, a person to ask for, and verbiage on how to order the right product. Okay? There's verbiage on how to order the right product because you need to get that form listed so they can get you a unique address. Okay? So on that page, it gives you the verbiage. Okay? Cool. All right, y'all still with me? Y'all still with me? What's up? What's up? Say something. All right. EIN number. We talked about the EIN number. I don't usually discuss the EIN number too much unless you got some questions about it. But I already told you the two things you need to know about the EIN number, right? That you needed to build business credit and it's free. So don't come to me talking about you paid for an EIN number. Don't do it, okay? All right. We talked about incorporating, okay? It is the most important step of fundability thus far is incorporating your business. It lends credence to your business as one that is legitimate. It also offers some protection from liability. And I told you about selecting the entity, right? I told you about that. Okay. You need a business bank account. All right. Business bank account. All right. You need a separate dedicated business bank account. This helps keep track of business finances as you keep them separate from your personal finances for tax purposes. Most vendors and lenders require you to have a business bank account in order to get approved. So they want to do business with businesses that have a business bank account. All right? So you have to have that business bank account. Licenses. What is fundability? It is being a legitimate business. For a business to be legitimate, it has to have all the necessary licenses it needs to operate. The most common mistake is having the appropriate license with an old address. You see that? So you have to have your addresses, telephone numbers, all the same every place that they will look. And they will look to see that you have licenses to operate your business. And you need to have the same information. Okay? So do the research you need to ensure that your business has the necessary licenses to legitimately run your business at the federal, state, and local levels. Right? This is all simple stuff that we're going over, right? This is like the ABCs. You need a website and an email. Lenders and creditors will deny you if you don't have a website, right? Spend the time and money necessary to ensure your website is professionally designed and works well. Your business needs a dedicated business email address, all right? We talked about that already, right? So cool. You already know the deal. Don't use Big Booty Judy at Yahoo, right? Don't do that, right? All right. Website. So my company, MediaNet, we offer website programs. We have a program that's called the All-Inclusive Small Business Web Hosting Program. It includes, it's all inclusive, which means you don't have to do nothing. I do everything for you, right? So you can go about your business and do what you do. I'm gonna make sure the business website is straight for you to operate. So it includes your domain registration, 12 months web hosting, website design, monthly updates to your website, unlimited emails, expert customer support, and internet consultation. So, what you need to know about this website deal is in the web hosting business, what you're really buying is customer service, right? There's hundreds, there's thousands of companies that's going to give you a website. But when you need to change something, that's when you can't find them, okay? Or like GoDaddy, when you call them for something, what they're actually trying to do is from whatever you're asking them, they're trying to find another product to sell you, okay? So GoDaddy, they will a la carte you, right? So they give you this website and everything is all set up, but now you need an email. Now they're gonna charge you $100 for a single email. Okay? So that's what you need to know about this space. Um, my company does websites for $350 for a year, right? And that includes all the stuff I just told you. And with unlimited emails, I'll update your website once a month for you. We'll do what you need. We'll do what's needed to make sure you get where you need to go. Okay. That's the difference between my company doing websites is that we um we make sure the website works for you. Okay. If I can't make it work for you, I'm gonna let you know I can't make it work for you. You need to go someplace else. Okay. I'm not gonna take your money just to take your money. I will only do your website if I think that I can help you get to where you need to go. Okay. And 100% of my clients, I be able to do what they need, right? Okay, what is fundability? Business credit reports. Now we're getting down to more nitty gritties. You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. It's the blueprint for tracking your trade lines, right? Remember I talked to you about the trade lines and how important it is? Well, the business credit reports is how you check your trade lines. So you make a payment to that trade line. And these businesses are not in the business of doing after the sale transactions, right? They're in the business of selling whatever they just sold you, right? So even though they report, sometimes they don't do that right. So that's why you need to pull your credit reports to make sure that when you make that payment, that they did what they're supposed to do. Send in the report. Okay? That's where they don't, that's why you need a consultant to help you with that stuff. All right. Um, the most popular reporting agencies are Dun& Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax Commercial. Right? These are the three main business credit reporting agencies. These credit reporting agencies are in the business of compiling information, repackaging it, and selling it. So for us, in this aspect, they're gonna compile information for your business credit report and sell you your business credit report. Now they're gonna charge you about $100 a month for each one of these three. And you need each one of these three credit reports, okay? Because different vendors report to different credit reporting agencies. So when you get these vendors, you need to know who they report to, and you also need to know what day of the month they report. Okay? Those are questions that you need for those vendors. When you get these vendors, you need to know who they report to and what day of the month they report to. Okay? Okay. In addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue credit reports, there are other business data agencies that affect those reports indirectly. Okay? Like LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. These two agencies gather data from a variety of sources, including public records. This means they could even access they have access to information relating to automobile accidents, liens, and more. While you are not able to access or change the data these agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they receive is positive. Enough positive information can help counteract any negative information from the past. Okay? All right. Identification numbers. In addition to the EIN number, there are identification numbers that go along with your business credit reports. When considering what is fundability, you need to be aware that these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian BIN. That's the Experian Business Identification Number. Okay? That number is automatically generated when your first vendor reports your payment to Experian. The BIN is automatically generated. Okay? With Dun& and Bradstreet, which is the most commonly used reporting agency, you have the DUNS number, which you have to apply for, okay? And it's free, okay? That's what you need to know, okay? It's free. What is fundability? Your personal credit reports, your personal credit history. That's supposed to say personal credit history. And I put that there because we're discussing fundability and how to make your business as fundable as possible. So the point of this page is to let you know that when you have good personal credit mixed with your business credit, you have more funding options. You are more fundable. So I'm teaching you how to get as fundable as possible. Well, one way to be as fundable as possible is to have good personal credit. And I got a guy, right, that will hook up your personal credit. So on my YouTube page, we have how to get um, trade lines, how to get primary trade lines on my YouTube channel, right? Where we'll hook you up and get your personal credit right, right? But you'll know about the person, but I'm not gonna go over personal credit. Okay. Now, business information. Align your business information correctly. This is a problem because a ton of loan applications are turned down each year due to fraud concerns or simply because things do not match up. You have to have your exact legal business name every place, no abbreviations. Every little comma, dash, or whatever needs to be in your business name every place. All right? That will throw you off because a lot of these companies verify your business name through computer matchups, right? So it has to be exact. Okay, we got a question in here. Let me see what we got here. Miss Ellis says, if interested in government contracting, sam.gov is a good space to get your address. To get your address, a good
To
space to
vet
get
your address.
to vet your address. What do you
Yes. What I'm, SAM.gov has a cage code process that if your address doesn't align, they will not accept your SAM.gov registration. So all I'm saying, sharing is that that's a good place to vet if your address measures
Right,
up to
right.
the
Yeah, that's a
federal.
good example that address verification and having everything lined up is very important because they even line it up, right? Right. I got you. Desiree has a question. Trade lines is the same as major credit cards. Yes and no, right? So we went over what a trade line is earlier, but I'll go over that real quick for you because that's one of the most important things. If you missed that, let me go over that real quick. So a trade line is this. When you go to a company, they give you an account, a credit account. You get something on credit, right? So you buy something on credit, they give you an invoice, then you pay it. What happens when you pay it is that company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies. And the report says stuff like you got how much your account is, how much you have access to, if you made a pay, if you when you made a purchase, how many days did it take you to pay it? Then they send that to the business credit reporting agencies. The business credit reporting agencies put that on your business credit report. And that is one trade line. Now you can make more purchases and payments at this vendor, but those are called experiences. Okay. But that's one trade line. Okay. Hope I answered that question. Cool. And that goes for vendors, it goes for credit cards. When you get a business credit card, they send a report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay. Let's continue going on. Business information, align your business information correctly. You must have your exact business legal name, your business address, telephone number. Those are the key pieces. Those are the key pieces right there, right? Um, Address listed on your IRS. Okay, they might check that. The address that's listed on your at the IRS for your EIN number, it has to be lined up the same. Insurance, licenses, website, bank account, they all have to have the same information. If that information varies in any way, they can deny you and they don't have to tell you why they denied you. Okay? That's why this beginning stuff is so important. Okay? The key to this information of business fundability is to monitor your reports frequently. When it comes to business credit reports, you can monitor through the reporting agencies directly. All right. And when you sign up with us, we have situations that help you save money with those business credit reports. Okay. Because those business credit reports ain't cheap. They're $100 per month per business credit reporting agency. So that's no chump change right there. Okay. So we can save you some money. Okay. What else we got? Okay. Your financial statements. Now we're talking about how fundable your business can be, right? Both your personal and business tax returns need to be in order. All right. Now, if you're a new business and you don't have that, then cool, don't apply to you. But if you're an existing business, you need to have this stuff in order. Not only that, but you need to be paying your taxes, both personal and business. Your business financials. A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Having financial statements on demand lends credence to the legitimacy of your business. So if you're already in business and you're going to a lending place, they're gonna want to see those financials, right? If you're already in business, right? Personal tax returns. Often, tax returns for the previous 3 years will suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. This is the bare minimum that you will need. Other information lenders may ask for include check stubs, bank statements, among other things. This helps you be as fundable as you can be. Okay. We're gonna skip over that page. Okay. So how fundable is your business? Is all of your contact information consistent? That's the main thing, right? Now, you see how long it took to do this piece, right? That's how important the first step is. You see how long I just wanted to go over all these little details that may affect you so that you can be as fundable as possible. And like I said before, this fundable credibility piece is the most important piece. You see, look at this chart. This chart has all of the factors that affect how fundable your business is. This is a complicated chart right here, right? Look on the left-hand side, all the credibility points. The industry that you're in affects your fundability down to your phone number, listed, listed with 411, your bank account, your EIN number, your website, your business license. All this can affect you. On the right-hand side, you have your application process. You got your financial statements. You got your business credit reports. See, all of these things are into how fundable your business is. That's important information right there. Okay? All right. Does anybody have any questions so far? Now, what we've covered so far is getting your business as fundable as possible, setting up your business, the ABCs. This is the easy stuff, right? Now we're going to get into something. Now we're going to get into actually building some business credit. But I want to make sure y'all got this piece right because this is the most important, right? Okay. Miss Ellis has, can you go back to the previous slide, please? She probably wants to go to this right here with all the fundability points, right? Now you're not going to be able to get all of these down, but this is an example of how complicated this process can be, right? You have all these things that affect the fundability of your business, right? Data agencies, bureaus, personal financials, um, business credit history, identification numbers, business data agencies. All this affects your fundability, right? Yeah, it's good to know. It's good information to know because you got to have this stuff done, right? Because because why? Because they can deny you and they don't have to tell you why they denied you. So you want to make sure that everything is right from the beginning. So that when if they do deny you, you know it ain't this stuff here, because I got this stuff right here down pat. Right? Okay. Let's move forward and get on to building some business credit, right? Because now you got your business set up, credible in the eyes of the lender. You understand the importance of the business credit reporting agencies. Now, let's do something. Now we're gonna actually do something, all right? So now what we're gonna do is go get vendors that's gonna give you credit when you have no credit, and they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. This is not an easy task because, well, you know, they're not that many businesses are gonna give you credit when you don't have credit, right? And two, only 10% of all businesses in the United States even report to the business reporting agencies because they're under high guidelines and restrictions to even be able to report. Okay? So this one, we're gonna go get these net 30 accounts, which y'all know what that is. It means they're gonna give you a little credit when you have no credit, but when you get something on credit, you gotta pay the total balance in 30 days. Okay? Net 30 accounts. That's what we're gonna start with. Right? That's how we're going to jumpstart this joint. Once you got that, the first steps, the fundability and the credibility steps in line, now a business credit report can be started, much the same as a consumer report company is with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. An initial credit profile. That's what we need to do. Start this initial credit profile. These type of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. Okay? And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing, right? I told you about that stuff, right? See how important it is? Here we go. Here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit even if you have none now. Now, these vendors, um, they change regularly because they change their requirements regularly, right? So the list I have today is not the same list as I had 6 months ago, right? So to start, the starter vendors, Maverick Office Supplies. If you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, you'll see Maverick that is linked to their website through my affiliation, and you get the homeboy hookup, and you can start building business credit with them right away. All you need is your EIN number and your telephone number listed, and they approve you right there. Boom. And they're gonna give you credit and get that going. That's the easiest joint right there, right? There's also the CEO creator, so check that out. Here some other good ones is Granger, Barnett, and Uline. Those are good starter vendors. Okay? Maverick Office Supplies, the CEO Creative, Granger, Barnett, Uline. These are all good starter vendors. Okay? All right. Make sure y'all get that. Y'all got that list right there? Those are good starter vendors, right? Okay. Now, some vendors will require an initial prepaid order before they can approve your business for terms. Uline does that, right? So if they look at your if they look at your business credit report and there's nothing on there, then some of them will say, okay, do some transactions first, and then we'll give you that net 30 account. So you have to make that determination, right? But you need to have a total of at least 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting. So the first goal here is to have 5 accounts reporting, okay? Preferably 3 to Dun and Bradstreet, 1 to Experian, and 1 to Equifax. The reason for that is this. At Dun and Bradstreet, they got the paydex score. The paydex score is what the lenders look at to determine your credit worthiness. The paydex score goes from 0 to 100, right? And Dun and Bradstreet will not even issue you a paydex score until 3 vendors have reported. Okay? So when I'm doing my one-on-one program with people, I'm telling them that we're not even pulling credit reports until we do 5 vendors so that we know we got something to look at, right? If we're doing it at the beginning, we're paying them money before we even have trade lines. That's a waste of money right there. So once we got 5 vendors reporting, 3 reporting to Dun and Bradstreet, that's when we pull these credit reports. Okay? Then we can see something's on there. And once we see something's on there, then we know we can go to the next step. Okay? All right. So when we go to the next step, once we got those 5, now we're going into revolving accounts. After 5 trade lines are established, using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. So we can't just skip the net 30s and go straight to these. We can't do it because they're going to decline you if you don't have no credit already. They will decline you 100% of the time. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Most major stores do offer business credit, including Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Racetrack, Chevron, and there's a whole bunch of these. There's a whole bunch of these right here, right? But you just can't run up in them. They need you to have credit already, and some of them need you to be in business for a certain amount of time. Okay, so time in business also affects your fundability. Okay, okay. Once you have 10 accounts on your credit report, and an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express type of credit cards. Okay. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business credit report. Try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a high $10,000 limit. And how you get the limits increased is when you get these revolving accounts, you pick one of those accounts. And when you pick one of those accounts, you use it more often. And when they see that you are paying on time, right? About 3 payments, then you call them and ask them to increase your limit. You keep calling them. You keep calling them. When they see that you're paying on time, they will increase your limits. So you keep calling them. Can I get an increase? Because that's going to look better on your credit report, right? It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will continue to grow until higher credit limit lines are established within 12 months. So the time to build business credit is usually about 12 months, but everybody does this in a different time frame. I tell people about 12 months. If you do the steps I tell you, about 12 months, you'll have good business credit. I'm not telling you that we're going to go run and go get some money real fast. This ain't a fast process. It's a step-by-step process. It takes about 12 months to get good business credit, which means you got 10 trade lines, at least 10 trade lines on your credit report saying that you paid on time. Now you in a good spot right there, okay? So, no skipping steps, 10 trade lines, a high limit of 10,000. Cash business credit accounts will match your highest credit limit reported on your credit profile. You will get access to MasterCard, Visa, American Express. And once you got this business credit, now you can start applying for loans and credit lines. Okay? Now, before we get out of here, I'm going to tell you 3 ways to get funding that your bank won't tell you about because they don't offer this stuff. The commercial bank does not offer this stuff. Okay. So, alternative funding, right? So, of all the businesses that go to a bank to get approved, 80% of those businesses get declined because they didn't have those 3 C's, right? So, in the past 10 years or so, these businesses have been alternative funding options have been coming up, right? And to get access to those 80% that's been getting declined. So they're giving you more options to get approved, right? So the first one is cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at your bank account management for approval. If you have at least $3,000 in deposits each month, then you can get approved. Okay. Now, this cash flow finance is not for everybody. This is for existing businesses that come to a situation, and all businesses come into situations. Okay. So this is for businesses that might need to make their payroll this Friday, or they have a piece of equipment that went down and they need to replace that piece of equipment like right away. All right. So that's what this is for. This is not for everybody, right? Because it costs. So my cash flow partner is David Allen Capital. All right. From my website, you go to business loans, right? You find that business loans tab, right? In the solutions or the solutions tab, you look for business loans and you will find David Allen Capital. And with David Allen Capital, you can do this from your telephone. They got like a quick short questionnaire you put on your telephone. And based on how much money your business deposits each month, they will send you to the appropriate lending officer, right? So, and this, you can get funded within a day, right? With David Allen Capital, you can get funded within a day. Now, the thing to know is that when you fill out this quick form, they're gonna see, okay, boom, he might qualify. Then what they're going to want to do, then they're going to send you an email so that you can link your bank account to their system. And they're going to look at your bank account, right? And they're going to want to see that you make those deposits every month. They're not even going to see if you qualify for the loan yet until they see this money in the bank account, okay? So once you do that, then the process starts, all right? And this process is going to go fast. So the longer you delay confirming and verifying your bank account, then the longer it will be for you to get that money. All right. So this will take no time to do that. Right. Now we also have collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you are borrowing. Okay. Here goes some types of collateral. Um, I got a toothache and it's starting to kick in. so bear with me. Okay. Accounts receivable and purchase orders. Accounts receivable is also known as factoring, right? So one of my clients has a freight company and they use factoring to fund their business, which means you have to be a business that can batch and sell your invoices. Okay? So my client has a freight company. The truck makes a delivery, then they invoice to get paid. And that's going to take them 30 days to get that money. But they need that money now because they need to pay for gas, they need to pay their drivers, etc. Right? So they batch and sell these invoices and get their money in 24 hours. Okay? That's for accounts receivable, also known as factoring. Purchase orders. That's for government contracts. See, if you got a government contract, you can't go to a bank and say, "Let me get some money. I got a government contract." But with alternative funding, they will fund you based on your government contract. So you got this government contract. Say, "Yo, I got this government contract, but I need this piece of equipment so I can get this money." They know those checks are going to clear, so they're going to fund you. The bank won't do nothing with that. Okay, so there are different options: stocks, bonds, 401ks. If you have these type of investments, you can get business loans. Okay, and these investments stay intact, right? They keep making interest or whatever they're doing, they keep doing. You get a business loan on that. Okay, revenue lending, that's similar to cash flow lending. That's like based on future sales, right? Inventory and equipment lending. So if you have $100,000 of equipment or inventory, you can get a business loan. All right. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. For insurance agencies, they have what they call a book of business, their client base. If you have that, you can get a business loan. Okay. Now, here's the third one: unsecured credit. This is also known in my program, it's called the hybrid the credit line hybrid program, right? This is good for if you have good personal credit, excuse me. If you have good personal credit, okay? Unsecured, this is unsecured credit-based financing is a great way to get money for your business if you have good personal credit or know a guarantor that does. All right. And this is good for startups as well. Okay. You can get secured up to 5 times what your highest revolving limit is now, up to $150,000, which you can get access to in 3 weeks. You need at least a 685 credit score, 685 or better. All right. You have to have good personal credit. And how this works is they look at your personal credit. They're going to look at your highest revolving account. Let's say you have a Home Depot account that has a limit of 30,000. Then they will give you up to 5 credit cards with $30,000 on them. Bam, in 3 months. Okay? There's pros and cons to this. Now, if you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding, you will see the credit line hybrid program. There's a video and there's details on how to qualify and apply. Okay? Right on the website, you can apply for that. Okay? But you have to have good personal credit. Rates are usually 0% up to from 6 to 18 months. This is no doc funding. So even startups can qualify. Accounts report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay? We also have access to private monies if you have good tax returns, venture capital and equity financing. We have access to these type of financing as well. That's like the Shark Tank guys, right? You already know about crowdfunding, and you can get specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. Okay? So alternative financing has different programs that you might be able to you might be able to fit into. Okay? Okay, so how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place. Our fundability system. And we also have our one-on-one program, right? Which we're having a special this month on our one-on-one program. I'm gonna tell you more about in a minute. Okay. Now, on my website, we have video testimonials of different businesses that have used our services. This is Brian. He's from New Jersey. He tells you in his little video how he easily got 50,000. Okay? Now, the ultimate solution, the Business Credit Builder, our fundability program, our fundability system powered by artificial intelligence. It's the easiest and the fastest way to get business credit to fund and grow your business. Did Ms. Ellis have a question? If I started this year, this time, I would have been set for my current projects.
Yeah, if I started last year this time.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. And what's this? What's this next line? What do you mean by good tax returns?
Right, you said the good tax returns, what does that mean?
That means that if you're an existing business, then you would have tax returns for those businesses. And what they
Oh,
want to
okay,
see is that your business is making money, right? So they want to see that you're making them profit, and they really want to see that your profit is growing each year. So that's good tax returns, right?
okay. So not at a loss per se.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you have situations like that, then sometimes there are reasons why. Sometimes there are legitimate reasons why I didn't make money.
Right,
COVID came and something happened, right?
right, right.
There are legitimate reasons why businesses lose money, right? So our fundability system is the easiest and the fastest way to get money, all right? You get business credit for your business not linked to your Social Security through the top selling business credit system. Let me tell you, this is the top selling business system in this industry. Other people that do this know this system, the fundability system. They know this system. This is the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our our cutting edge technology, powered by artificial intelligence, helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. You can access discounted business credit reports, free Experian Smart Business Access, largest supply of starter vendors to start your business credit. We give you a massive selection of revolving store credit with underwriting guidelines, hard to find cash credit sources that you can get within 120 days. Those are those credit cards we get you access to. All right. No personal credit check or guarantee is needed to get up to this level. Okay. You get access to our cash flow financing, collateral based financing, unsecured financing, private money. Our most popular product is the credit line hybrid program for people with good personal credit. Okay. So when you get into our system, it looks similar to this. It looks similar to this, but our new system has a new look. But anyway, you'll go into our system and we will take you through each step of building business credit, right? And each step we're going to drill down into each one. You see, all the course content, business credibility, establish business credit reports, building round one, that's tier one of the vendors, pulling your credit reports, going through round two, tier two of business vendors, round three, pulling your business credits, right? Now, remember I told you, when we give you the vendors, we're going to give you all the underwriting guidelines before you apply. So you're saving time. If you do this on your own and ask them, what do I need to qualify? They're going to tell you, fill out this application and I'm going to tell you, right? So this is the type of information that we give you along the way. Each vendor we give you is going to have information like this. This one is for Racetrack. Racetrack, they report to Dun & Bradstreet. There are revolving accounts. We give you the telephone number, fax number, the description of what they sell, and then how to qualify. Well, for Racetrack, what you need is an EIN number, a DUNS number, a payday score of 78 or above. They prefer you to be in business 3 years, a business entity, a business phone listed with 411. You see how important that 411 listing is? It's real important, okay? And right there, they got on there how to apply, right? Now, take a look at this. This is one of my clients, Christine. Not everybody can do what she does. She got all of these approvals in 6 months, but not everybody can do that. She's able to do that because she's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband is a truck driver. So she's at home doing this all day, right? So she got all of these. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6,000, BP 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew. Look at this list. This list is over $250,000. Look at PNC. That's a bank. That's a credit line, right? If she put in her good personal credit, she would have got 250. You see? So having the good personal credit would have given her more fundability. Okay? Okay, so why the finance suite is perfect for you. You get your own business credit advisor. So you're going to have an advisor that offers concierge service for 12 months to help you build your business credit. You have your own finance officer for 5 years to help you get the best financing for your business. Okay? Here's a quick summary, then we're going to get out of here. You get your own business finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral based, unsecured, private money sources. It'll typically take you 18 to 24 months to do this on your own, all right? But if you follow our steps, it'll take you About 12 months if you do the steps, right? About 12 months to build good business credit, right? So I'm not teaching you how to run and go get money right now. We're gonna get some money next month. Nah, it ain't like that. All right, I'm gonna let you know that it takes time. All right, I teach you the real way to do it. All right, I learned how to build business credit by a guy that went the shortcuts, but I don't teach you the shortcuts. I show you the real way to do it. All right, okay. So I got two different systems. I got the fundability system, which I talked to you about, and the business credit building program, which I'm doing a 50% discount on for the month of March. Okay. On the fundability system, you get started today as part of the seminar. You get a huge discount, right? So it usually goes for $29.95, but I can take one person with a single payment of $16.95, and that'll save you $1,500, right? A single payment of $1,695 today will get you going. All right. And we can make payment arrangements on that as well. Right. Okay. We can do payment arrangements, all that type of stuff to get this thing going, make it happen. Right. Now, the business credit building program. This is what we're doing for the month of March. 50% off. This is a personal one-on-one consulting for 1 year. The price is normally $999, but for March, we're doing 50% off. Okay. You can pay $200 down to get you going and make two monthly payments of $150. Or you can make a single payment of $350 that saves you even more money. Okay. Don't t- don't tell me I ain't trying to help. I'm trying to help. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. You can call me 404-500-9687. Let's get the ball going. In the month of March, I got you with the hookup, the homeboy hookup, right? All right. Make sure you check out my social media. We got all these social media, and we got my podcast on Spotify, which is called Business Credit is Real. And also know that my blog, we redoing the blog. The blog is going to be off the chain very soon. You're going to be able to find that on the website. Make sure you get your free guide on how to build business credit by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. And if you think you qualify for funding now, go to get funding. Okay? And don't forget, you can do your consultation, schedule what time you want to talk to me by going to /consult. Does anybody have any questions? Let's see. Miss Ellis has a question. Which program includes the website? Okay, none of those programs includes the website, but if you want to talk about building up your website, just schedule a consultation, just contact me, call me, and we're gonna hook that up. The websites start at 350. And if you get down, who's that? Miss Ellis? Miss Ellis, if you get down, I'm gonna hook you up for 250 for 1 year. That starts that first year, right? Which includes domain registration, building up your website, design your website, right? All that stuff I talked to you about, right? Even the um, even the emails and everything you need to for my all inclusive website. Okay, we'll make it happen. All right. So that's what that's the information I got for today. Does anybody have any questions? I know I went over a lot of stuff pretty fast. Does anybody got any questions? Let's run it. No questions? I know Miss Ellis and Miss Green had some questions before. Does anybody else? Miss Wheeler, you got a question? Desiree, you got a question? All right. Okay, so I'm hoping that this information was useful to y'all and that you can use the information, that it helps you get to wherever you're going, right?
Thank
Ms.
you
Green?
for this information. I just want to say that in this day and age, there's a lot of people saying that you could get this very quickly, but you're being very transparent to say this is how long it takes. And I agree with that because if I would have done this last year this time, I probably would have been in a different position to support my current projects. So thank you.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. It takes some time, right? A lot of people say, yeah, I'm gonna get you this, that, and the other next week. Nigga, please. They just trying to get you. I'm just trying to be straight. Right. So anything I tell you is for real. I'm not guessing at none of this stuff I tell you. If I don't know it or I ain't gonna say it. I ain't even guessing. Anything I tell you, I know for real because I did it already. All right. Everybody, I thank y'all for coming. Make sure y'all get that free guide. All right. That free guide is worth it. Get that free guide. It's worth $0. Okay.
Thank
But
you.
you know how we do it. Everybody, have a good day. Check out the YouTube. All the stuff is gonna be on the YouTube tomorrow. All right. Have a good one. Peace.